For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rest as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Burrow. And he fends him off. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Tackled back at the 41-yard line.
This is Brown going up the middle. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. How did he stay on his feet? And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 57 yards. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this division round matchup. McPherson now for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that,
his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Well, certainly not how they envisioned the start to this one. You give up the touchdown, and they take a shot on the first play from scrimmage offensively, Charles, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah, instead of just trying to nibble and, work your way downfield, they tried to take a nice little chunk there. It didn't pay off for them. Now the defense runs on the field, having already given up a touchdown the first drive, hoping to get their legs under them and slow them down.
And all those mistakes, they just seem magnified here in the playoffs. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Gun. Cut. 180. 11. Cut.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Here we go. 180.
From the gun, a give to Brown. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Burrow will throw. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. McPherson on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now it's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with the ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down and take off and go.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man-covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's get set.
They go play action with Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jamar Chase doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. McPherson on for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Shamar Stewart in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. This first quarter, let's just be frank, it's been a disaster so far offensively.
Yeah, already down multiple scores, and it doesn't appear they can get out of their own way right now.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a third and about 13. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. Taking it about the 16. Fighting his way through contact. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here we go. 11. Can. Start. 11. Start.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
14 more yards.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Sometimes offensive can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
McPherson now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Tua. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. Nifty move. Again the juke. A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now Burrow changing the look.
Here we go. Wide in.
They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And now an audible here into something else. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Here we go.
1st and 10. Here's Brown. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Chase Brown with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals open the lead up to 34-0. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the 1st quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up. I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. They juked him. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Looking to put a drive together. Tua sets up to pass it. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And the pressure gets to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. Sheds him off at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that, Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have
over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
That's interference. Offense.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. There he goes again. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They're going to be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Play action. Now it's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10
here we go.
at the 40.
180.
Now they go play action now. Burrow looking deep here for Chase. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase. What is going on here? 4 first-quarter touchdowns. Unbelievable. And the Bengals have widened the gap now to 50 points. McPherson on for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. A little juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Miami set to take over. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And the ball is out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go. Achane. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
A gain of 4 yards.
All right, come on.
And the Dolphins, first down.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.